Everybody, we're going to do another video. This time the Spectacular Spider-Man 190. And this one is drawn by Sal Buscema, who is one of my most favorite comic Marvel artists that there was. And this is Rhino featuring Rhino and some other characters as well. This is probably a very short video because there's not really much in there, but I want to talk about it. This involves, Harry Osborn. He's being, how do you say, incarcerated by the cops, and he is getting psychologically evaluated by Dr. Kafka. I always wonder where Dr. Kafka is now. I mean, the problem with Marvel Comics, they are introducing some great characters, some minor characters, some unimportant characters, and then they are, discarded, never be heard again. And I know that's how things are working, but sometimes I wish there was more consistent universe. But hey, it is what it is. And then Dr. Kafka, antagonizes Harry a little bit, and then she says to her, "Well, it's getting dark in here, and it's a little bit scary and very alone. You feel very alone, Harry, don't you?" And then Harry snaps, and he jumps at her, and then there's some security glass between him and the doctor, and he's getting mad, and then the police jumps in, and the police says, "Hey, we want to get out of here. We're going to help you." And then Dr. Kafka says, "No, this is exactly what I want. I want to, I want to have a reaction." And then the boss of the cops comes and says, "Okay, Dr. Kafka, you got your chance. It failed, and we're going to take your pet project away." And then so he's getting, locked up somewhere. Spider-Man is also there, and he wants to also protect Dr. Kafka. And Harry Osborn comes out. He says, "Peter, Peter, Peter, pumpkin eater." I love a good nursery rhyme, don't you? I love how Sal Buscema is very great at, facial expressions. You see he the craziness, and then he does some determination, and then look at him, man. He's a scary guy. Absolute. So there is some mist going on in the city, and then Spider-Man takes off, and then we see Rhino's coming. Oops, there's some ads. That's not what I want. And Rhino is hired by someone to do a mission and have a message. What do you say? How do you say? I forget my train of thought. But he's on a mission. The police are coming. They're trying to stop him. Of course, that's not going to work because it's the Rhino. And the Rhino booms the car away. They try to shoot him, but, they cannot hurt Rhino with these pea shooters. So, and Rhino is talking to himself, said, "Hey, listen, I'm doing this for his family. And it's more for the money. I'm just going in and going out." And then also we see a flashback to Liz Osborn and her brother, who is the Molten Man. And somehow, just like Harry, she blames Spider-Man and other people that what happened to Harry, although secretly she knows that Harry is very sick and that he needs help. And then her son always get to hear, "I hate Spider-Man, I hate Spider-Man." And as you can see, he probably is going to develop also a hate for Spider-Man later, years later. And we see the craziness of Harry here. And that's a little bit the tragic of the family Osborn. I mean, it starts with Norman, then to Harry, and now probably his son. So the hatred, sorry, and even the insanity probably is, getting spread over by stress, hate, whatever you call it, and it's tragic. Then somehow, Rhino finds Peter Parker, who is in a civilian disguise, walking through the streets, reminiscing about what happened, and then he jumped away, and he said, "Well, if I'm going to do that, then Rhino's going to know that what my secret identity is and that I'm, superhuman." So he lets himself hit. Rhino says, "Listen, Parker, I know who you are. You need to be careful. Your secret is exposed," but he doesn't say what the secret is. And then he throws Parker through the fence, and that's one of my gripes of this comic. We see here the web of Spider-Man. So I know Spider-Man is very quick, but you cannot tell me that he is, being thrown away and then somehow disappears and then, changes into Spider-Man, because you need to put off your shoes, your trousers, your whatever, put on your mask and your web shooters, and also, jump over the fence from behind and then, web him in less than a couple of seconds. That's no. That's not gonna fly. So, but Spider-Man is pissed off and he beats on Rhino. He said, "Listen, I'm sick of you guys. Harry Osborn is threatening me. The Goblin is threatening me. Other people are threatening me, and I'm sick of it. I'm not gonna take it anymore." And then he's gonna beat the hell out of Rhino. And well, skip a few pages. And then Rhino reveals, "Well, hey, listen, don't hit me. I just wanted to scare Peter Parker." And Spider-Man said, "Well, who sent you and what is the message?" "Well, I don't know. I'm just getting paid to scare Parker. And it was for an easy buck. So, hey, man, please, you got to believe me. I did it for my family," he says. And then Spider-Man beats him up again. "You should have given a little thought to Peter Parker's family." And, yeah, well, that's basically at the end of the book. Very quickly. And he says, "Harry." And then here Harry says, "Gotcha." And then the next comic will be the Puma. So, like I said, very short. The problem that I have also with the comic is Rhino. Rhino is a very strong dude. He can go to toe with the Hulk, with Thor, and then he is, getting beaten up by Spider-Man. I know Spider-Man is very strong too, but he is not Rhino level when it comes to power. As far as I know, I could be wrong, but because Rhino is very durable, invulnerable. Well, not very invulnerable, but it's very durable. And Spider-Man is beating him up. I'm not liking that, to be honest. I wish there was more like a challenge, more fights, back and forth. But yeah, I'm not sure, because what I miss nowadays is the old school villains being a threat to Spider-Man. I mean, where's Dr. Octopus? Okay, the Green Goblin has been done a lot, and he will come back. But the Vulture, the Shocker, Boomerang, Sinister Six, Sandman. Well, he's gone. Being the good guy, which I also hate, but that's another time. The Frightful Four, and a lot of Chameleon. Craven. You know what I mean? All those cool villains, Mysterio, who are being a major threat at some point to Spider-Man, and they are gone, and they are being replaced by, I don't know, villains that I don't care about at all. I mean, Mr. Negative, if that's the name, I'm not very familiar with him because like I said, I don't buy new Marvel comics anymore. I'm not sure if I like him, if that's a cool villain, but I miss the days that Spider-Man goes toe to toe with the Kingpin and other. I mean, it seems that he is being way too strong, or that the older villains, his rogue gallery is being weakened. When it comes, like, say, the Flash or the Batman, all those rogues, even though weaker than the Flash, are still somehow posing a threat to the Flash. And yeah, when did we saw a cool Sinister Six event against Spider-Man? I don't know. Just like Electro. Where's Electro? I don't know. Well, it's a shame. But so this is this a good comic? Well, I like the art. The story is a little bit mediocre, but it's more like a continuation from the story to the next one. It's a build up and to a conclusion. But Rhino being beat up by Spider-Man so easily, nah, not my thing. Not gonna recommend this. So thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Subscribe to my channel, like my video, hit the bell for notifications. See you next time.